Hello, internet land. Okay, so we're at the LTO. That building over there is the vehicle inspection section. You can see all the offices that are along the side over here, and all the vehicles and all the people waiting. And that's the LTO main area with all the windows. You pay, do your different paperwork. There's an insurance building over there, and a lot of vehicles getting processed and getting their driver's license and registration. So we are currently inside the building. We've done our emissions, we've done our vehicle check, we've done our, what else do we do? Insurance. Now when I say insurance, this insurance is the government insurance required only. We also have full coverage insurance, but this is just the government insurance. I'll go over the prices and everything else later when we sit down. I just wanted to show you what we're dealing with at the LTO. So far in this process, I think we've been about 45 minutes, but I'll give you the total on that too when we're done, how long it took us to do. Keep in mind, this is a Thursday, and it's about 10 in the morning right now. So we came a little bit later in the day. During the midweek and later in the day is usually the best time to visit the LTO for driver's license or registrations. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Joy. She's waiting for me. We gotta pay at the cashier's window for our final step, and then hopefully we'll be done. And I'll break it down for you when we get back to the house. Break it on down. Okay. Vehicle registrations, let's break it on down. Got sidetracked. Vehicle registrations. I showed you around the LTO where we went here in Diet. Now we're going to talk about all the numbers. Break it on down. So, first, 3 years free registration when you buy a new car. Well, kind of. So, we bought ours in July 2nd of 2022, and we thought we were good until July 2nd of 2025. However, we got lucky. We found out just before the end of January that our actual expiration on our registration was January 2025. One of our relatives was looking out for us, so they knew how the process works. It's the last 2 digits in your license plate. Our last 2 digits are 31. So the 1 tells you the month, starting in January and going to October. 0 is October. So that gives you the month. The 3 in the 31 gives you the weeks. So 1, 2, and 3 in the month, that's where we fall, is the 1st through the 7th. So we are the first week in January from now on. So 2025, we were late. We went the 4th week in January. So we got a little extra charge, and we had a little extra charge we already knew about because we were moving our change of venue. So our LTO originally was Tacloban in Leyte, because that's where the vendor for our car in the mall was from. Their company was, their dealer was actually in Leyte, and then they were showing off cars here in Diet for us to buy. Anyway, long story short. So we found out our plate was due, our registration was due, and we had to go over and hurry up and get it. So what's the process? First, Joy's father, Tatai, told us that we should go to the emissions and insurance that was along the main national road where the old LTO used to be. So anywhere there's an LTO, outside of the LTO, they have all these agencies that are accredited by the LTO to help out the LTO's lines. So you can get emissions done, you can get insurance done. Some places you can do inspections, I think, but we didn't do that. So we went to the place Tatai suggested. Not a lot of line. We were the 3rd car when we pulled up, and we pulled up at like 9 in the morning. So not too bad. We got into emissions, and we spent 30 minutes doing emissions. Most of the time it's just waiting for us, 3rd car in line. Emissions cost us 550 pesos, or $9, about $9.50. And it was a quick and easy process. They put the tube up your pipe, and you sit there and idle, and that's it. Gives a couple minutes, the machine does its thing. Insurance, we did insurance at the same place. So the emissions place also had an insurance office right there. So we did insurance with them. Now keep in mind, this isn't our full coverage insurance. Our full coverage insurance on our car is still good till July. That's the cycle we have it on, July to July. This is the mandatory insurance as required by the government. So when you do your registration, you have to get your annual insurance. And this is liability, third-party liability. That's what it's called. And it's required for registration. So we got our third-party liability insurance from the company that emissions testing. It cost us 1,260 pesos for the year, or $21 and about 75 cents. Next, we got the paperwork for insurance and we got the paperwork for emissions testing. We went to our LTO here in Diet. This is where it takes some time. So we pulled up in there and we asked about inspection. I thought we still had to get more inspection stuff done. We pulled up to the inspection station with all the stops and they said, no, just go over to the main building. We went to the main building, found out there's an inspector in there. We talked to him. If it's a new car, first time getting registered, all he wanted to see was the plates matched. So he looked at the front and back plate. That was the only thing he looked at. But we got the paperwork from him, then we gave it to the window 7, turn in your paperwork. Then we waited for 3 hours for the cashier to call our number. So that's the big wait, is just the cashier. There was one cashier in there and they were handling both sides. They were handling driver's license payments, exam payments for driver's license, and all the people doing registrations. So it was a very slow process. So we sat there and waited 3 hours to be called up for the cashier. When we finally got called up for our paperwork, we had the extra fee for being late and we had an extra fee for change of venue. Both were very small fees, I think about 200 pesos. But the fee at the LTO when we got up to the cashier was 2,750 pesos, or about $47.50. So bottom line, the total of everything to do our LTO that yesterday, from 9 in the morning till 12:45, 3 hours and 45 minutes if you added all that up. The total of the cost was 4,560 pesos, or $78.62 at today's current exchange of 58 to 1. So all in all, not too bad. The only thing I would say is we're trying to find the best time to go to LTO. I've heard other vloggers talk about the best time to hit the LTO is the middle of the week and the middle of the day. So maybe we started a little early. It was a Thursday when we went, and we went, like I said, 9 in the morning when we started our process. We got to the LTO about 10, maybe 9:45. But maybe that was a little early. Maybe we should have shot a little bit later. I've seen some other vloggers say if you go later in the afternoon, you go right through. So we'll try experimenting a little bit next year in January, the first week. So we'll have a little bit less payment because we won't have the change of venue, moving it from late, and we won't have the late fee because we weren't the first week of January. So that is breaking it down, vehicle registration that just happened to pop up for us. Share the information to you because we care. We really do care. All right, so subscribers. We're over 1,300 subscribers now. It's incredible. It's still growing. It's moving up. We love you guys. I know you love me, but we love you too. So please do subscribe. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, hit that little button. It's free. There's no pain. Just hit it. You can take it off again if you want. Like this video, like any videos if you enjoy the content, and click the little bell. That's a notification once you're subscribed, lets you know we put out a new video. But we really do put them out about every couple days. So we have a long list of things we want to get to, but here recently it's been stuff popping up. So we had the insurance pop up. Next, today, we've been taking the kiddo to a private hospital clinic because, as you might hear in the background, he's got a cough. He's had a bad cough, well, not a bad cough, a dry cough for many weeks now, and it's not going away. So we wanted to get it checked out, make sure it's nothing serious, get him some good meds if he needs it. So we're in the process right now for the private hospital. We took him this morning. He got some medical tests, and we're going to go back and get results and find out what the doctor says here in a little bit. So that'll be our next video. I think we're going to break that down so you have the cost of what an average visit to the hospital and a couple of lab tests, what it'll cost you out in the province at a private hospital, the good hospital. All right, so if you have any other ideas, please comment below. If there's something you want to know about we haven't talked about, please comment below. And chainsaw is starting up, so I got to get off. All right, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Okay, hon, I'm done.